Hello, my royal subjects. Today, it is time for King JB's personal speech. I don't have my crown, I don't have my scepter, I don't have my robes, but I do have my royal wave. Yes, I do. We are going to be talking today about the King of the Ring event, which is going to be going throughout June, and I'm going to tell you more about the Royal King of the Ring event. Let's go. Jeeves, can you put on the intro? Yes? Wonderful. He's a good lad. Starts tomorrow. We've got a whole video to talk about everything to do with it. Title images might be coming back. New tier dates potentially confirmed. The release date. Brand new limited edition cards coming. Plus the events coming up as well. Ring dominations back. It is just crazy. So before we get started, I personally am not going to ask you to like the video. The royal one will, because he would demand it. But for me, if you enjoy what you see, then feel free to leave one. If you don't want it, then I'll just have to make up some kind of excuse. King JB will not be impressed, but hopefully I will not have my head cut off for not... maybe you should. In case I might, you know. Subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on if you want to see more of this kind of thing. Let's get, first of all, some Team Battleground rewards. Haven't played Team Battleground in forever, so this will be very, very nice to see if it's a Wrestlemania 36 card. I love the platinum packs, man. I love them. There we go. Oh, we do have a Wrestlemania 36 card. Isn't this a nice surprise to start off with before we go into discussing and revealing everything that's happening in June? Obviously, first of all, it's always Finn. Of course it is. Vanguard Adam Cole, baby. Just good timing. Good timing. Wrestlemania 36 card is done. That is a single. A very good single. I like it. He's a tough son of a gun. The shame that he's over here in the UK because he can't be on WWE television at the moment. And that's a brand new card. Yes, it is. There we go. Brand new card to add to the collection. But you don't want to know about this. You want to see what's really going on. Let's go to the blog post sent by WWE SuperCard yesterday on Facebook and Twitter. As May winds down, it's time to make final decisions on those triangles and other shapes. So that's the Omega, Alpha, and Delta you've been gathering. Collectibles will continue to drop until noon Pacific on June 1st. Final distribution on PvP rewards is June 2nd, and the store tab, on the other hand, will remain open through June 5 at noon, which will be Friday at 8 PM UK time, noon Pacific time. Speaking of June, next month, SuperCard will be celebrating WWE's Best of the Best, from the current strap holders to former Kings of the Ring. The first centerpieces are the limited edition WrestleMania 36 cards for King Corbin and King Booker. Let's clarify, King Booker. Then limited edition cards for the current champions in each of the main brands after WWE's Backlash pay-per-view. Those will be available in a fusion event. We'll have activities involving King of the Ring throughout the month, starting June 1st. From June 1st to the 9th, you can get a special King Corbin and King Booker cards, or hail, by winning a King of the Ring or completing an accompanying quest. All King of the Ring winners earn a chance at the limited edition cards and a guaranteed crown card, which will be required in the quest. Players at Wrestlemania 36 tier are guaranteed King Corbin or King Booker by completing the quest, and Royal Rumble tier players get a chance at them both. Plus, remember our voyage to WrestleMania. We're running a similar community event in June, this time with scepters instead of swords. Rewards will become available as you meet goals involving King of the Ring related stuff. Keep an eye on our social channels for more details in the coming days. It then mentions a couple more things to note. Keep an eye out for Season 5 promo cards in the main store and the ticket store. So they're finally putting some stuff in the ticket packs. Just don't make it ridiculous, like 500 tickets for one freaking pack they did last time. We'll be making these available starting mid-month, featuring a chance at Undertaker, Batista, and more. And if you don't remember what these are the SmackDown cards that came during SummerSlam 19 tier for when SmackDown debuted on Fox. And it mentions about Clash of Champions feedback, basically saying before they release the event again, they're going to work on a few things before its next run. It then covers off the event schedule, which is Ring Domination featuring Adam Cole, which is kind of self-explanatory. At least it's good to see Ring Domination back. On June the 11th is a Road to Glory, 18th is the Giants Unleashed, 25th is a Ring Domination, and so on and so forth. So let's break this down for you, because there's going to be a lot of info to crack open. First of all, the June activities about the Delta and Alpha. I actually explained all of this in a previous video, and if you want to check that out, go ahead and do it. I'm going to link it just up there about what's going to happen. In a nutshell, collectible store, you want to be spending any Alpha, any Omega, and any Delta you've got before the 5th. That's self-explanatory. Oh, and an update, by the way, here is an F1 Christian, because I got myself some extra Delta from Giants Unleashed, because I was like going crazy for the first 3 Giants. So here's the thing a lot of people are probably going to ask, and that is, this confirms there is no new tier coming this month. Well, hold up, that is not the case. However, it should be reminded that none of the information about a new tier was ever confirmed, although if you want to take a sneak peek of what looks like the brand new tier, again, there's another video just up here talking about Amethyst tier, but that is not the confirmed name, but all the designs have been leaked in advance. But there's a very specific little bit of information that you should be paying attention to, and that is when it says that they'll be celebrating WWE's Best of the Best, and they've got the King Corbin and King Booker cards. No hints of what these are yet, but these will come into effect tomorrow at 8 PM. These limited edition cards are only going to be available until the 9th. You may then notice that after the 9th, it doesn't say any specific tier cards. It says then limited edition cards for the current champions in each of the main brands after Backlash. So I would go out there and guess if it's coming this month, it's going to drop on the 10th. They pretty much nailed that down. But if it doesn't come out then, don't blame me. Maybe they'll drop it in July. But the likelihood is from this and the dates and the restriction of talk about Wrestlemania 36 cards or any tier cards, it's pretty much stating it's going to come out then. Now it talks about activities involving King of the Ring throughout the month. That's going to be really, really, really important, and I'm going to have a guide about how you can win King of the Rings coming up, and there's going to be a couple of little bit secrets in there as such, if you haven't noticed already from the way I set up my King of the Rings. But if you have got a King of the Ring already, I would strongly suggest holding it back until the 1st of the month and then opening it then. Because as you see, I have a King of the Ring at the bottom. I'm not opening that until this happens, because if they just happen to put in all rewards, I might get myself a chance at a King, a Booker, or a King Corbin card. It's nice to see them focusing on King of the Ring, because they literally King of the Rings otherwise are completely pointless. I don't necessarily agree with the direction with fortifying. I personally think that because of fortifying, cards should become more easily accessible, but you know, if they're going to hide them behind King of the Rings, at least they're putting some special stuff into it. I also don't like that players beneath WrestleMania 36 tier don't have a guaranteed chance at it. Again, that's my opinion. The voyage to WrestleMania, we don't know when that's going to start, but I would assume that is going to be between the 1st and the 10th. Perhaps maybe featuring a flash event for Adam Cole, but they could always just go for the end of the month from like the 11th onwards. But I would probably say that the Voyage for WrestleMania is going to be like a little mini one. On that note, by the way, all of the PvP rewards, etc. will be resetting as of tomorrow. It does come across that all the rewards are going to be put back to normal, so no Delta, Alpha, or anything else like that. But if you haven't already opened those, you need to open those as soon as you get them to get the Delta to then spend in the collectible store. The Season 5 promo cards, it is nice to see they're bringing those back out. I like to think that they're going to be bringing back things like the Boogeyman, Undertaker, Batista already confirmed. But there's a bunch of other ones that they can bring back. If we go back all the way to SummerSlam 19, you've got the Alexa Bliss from the promos here. You've got the Halloween cards. throwback cards. Maybe they put in the Money in the Bank cards. I honestly think at this point, the only thing they are not giving to everyone now are the event cards. I cannot see that being too far away. Maybe they'll finally give us a chance to get our hands on that water card, which like next to no one has. Like one of the rarest cards in the game. I believe there's at least like 5 or 10 people who have that card. And of course, the biggest point is the Champions cards. Could we be about to see championship cards with the titles on again? I would say it's going to be iffy. I would probably go out there and say that the cards will probably have the titles on them. So maybe have like the WWE Championship as a starter card, then the United States Championship starter card. There is every possibility they could put it on there. I mean, they just released or re-released the Season 1 cards. They had the Dolph Ziggler with the IC title. You got the Daniel Bryan. There was so many Season 1 and Season 2 cards. They just had the NXT Samoa Joe. It'd be nice to think that. I don't know whether they'll go as far as NXT, but the fact that they've done some title-styled cards like the Adam Cole, if you don't remember that one, for example. If we go to, where is he? Royal Rumble. He is, this card here was actually based design-wise off of the NXT Championship. So, interestingly enough, this could be a little bit more of a confirmation. We're going to get some differently designed cards, just like this one. This could have been even the inspiration behind that. I would love to see some cards. I'll tell you what they would be great to base them off. Guys, remember Season 1. If you haven't seen this in Season 1, prepare to have your minds blown. There was a Sami Zayn and an Undertaker card. I'll use the Sami Zayn card. This is his first card in the game. And the card was based off of the WWE Championship. I would love stuff like that to come back. That's more likely getting title images back. But I could be surprised. I just can't see them getting access, for example, to Apollo Crews, who's the new United States champion. If any titles change hands, how are they going to get those pictures in? Maybe they'll update them. Maybe there'll be special versions of the cards that are going to be in the next tier. I would probably say they're going to be more like the WrestleMania access cards, but in an NWO Fusion kind of style. Although I can't see them being as powerful as the NWO cards, because I think we can all say that those have taken a bit of a hold of this tier, especially if you were able to get your hands on a Kevin Nash or a Scott Hall. Again, huge hint, do not claim any King of the Ring rewards, and make sure if you haven't already, spend any Delta, spend any Alpha and Omega on the collectibles store. I've been SuperZomGBBQ. You have been awesome. Remember to check out the other videos I mentioned in the top right hand side, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.